Okay, so in this video today we're going to be going through how to install the rack on your Graffiti X. So first of all, the tools that you're going to need here are a 13mm wrench and either a set of hex wrenches or like a hex wrench tool like this one. That's pretty much all you're going to need. Now in the box with your rack, you'll see the hardware, and when you split it out, you've got two small M5 bolts, 6 short M8 bolts, and then these ones might look the same size, but they're not. These last two are just slightly longer. So what we're going to do is we're going to take two of these, 2 washers, 2 nuts, and then these 4 here without the nuts. These are going to be what attach it to the bike. This is going to be what just puts the rack together for us here. Okay, and then in the box as well, you'll have the rear stabilizer bar here. You'll have the rack itself, and then you'll have 2 of these side rails here that protect the wheel from the bags possibly slipping into it. Now you notice on the back of it here, there's this slight jog, and this jog here goes towards the inside. So the correct positioning for these two is to take them together, and you see how they're like coming into the middle. This is the right positioning for them. So step one, what we're going to do is we're going to take these two held like this, and we're going to put this rear guard across the back. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use these smaller screws here. Okay, and we're going to put those in across the back. Okay, I'm just going to hand tighten them first. Just to get this stood up. Okay. So we can see it now, held together here with these towards the inside, right? And we're just going to tighten this up with our hex wrench tool. Okay, you don't want to go too tight because you still want a little bit of movement so that when we're putting the rack in, you'll still be able to kind of move it around. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to install the rack here onto these side guards. Okay, so first we're going to turn this to the side just so you can see. And if I take the rack here, the mounting holes that will put the rack onto these side guards here are this rear hole here and this hole here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with this rear hole here, and looking down at our bolts again, we're going to use these longer ones here that are going to go through this hole. The reason we're using the longer ones is if you eventually decide that you're going to put on the side rail kit, which goes into here, which allows you to hang bags on it, you need the longer ones to install the rails. So we've included these with your package. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick one of these up, lift this up, and you'll notice these go towards the inside. So the rack is on the outside. The side guard is towards the inside, and we're just going to basically put that screw in there. Okay, then I'm going to take one of the smaller screws here, and I'm going to push it through where it lines up here. Okay. Now holding it there, I'm going to take a washer to the inside, put that on, and put one of the bolts on. Okay, we're going to do that to the other side as well. So take a washer and a bolt, put that on the longer one in the middle. Again, these are M8 bolts, so if you have a, you know, a different reason, some sort of different way that you want to mount accessories, you know, and you need to figure out what fits this size, yeah, they're M8 bolts. Okay, do the same on the other side. Okay, all washers and nuts. And then I'm just going to tighten these all up. I'm not going to have you watch me tighten all of them, right? But I'm going to take these and I'm just going to tighten them here with my 13 millimeter wrench on the inside. And I'm going to tighten all of the bolts all the way around until I've got a nice firm snug. And then at the end, I'm going to go back through to the back. Once it's all in and in position, I'm going to tighten these back up as well. Okay. And then the rack is ready to install on the bike. Okay, so now that we've got it built, this is why we build it inside first. Then we can just bring it out to the bike, and it's a pretty easy install after that. So there's only 3 different points here. There's basically these 2 screws here, plus the one that goes through the frame. So we're going to use the short ones. And the short ones are basically just going to install into the holes on the frame. These basically just need to be kind of mounted in and sort of just get them started. And then we can tighten them up with our hex wrench. And then the longer one basically passes through here, and there's a hole, you'll notice, not the suspension hole. So there's 3, right? There's basically the lower suspension hole, the middle suspension hole, and then the upper one is for this rack. So you're going to pass the bolt through there and put the nut on the other side, and then that's going to secure your rack to the bike. Once you've got your rack secured, now you can basically put any clip style pannier bags on that will basically just attach on to your bike onto the side rails here, so that you've got an easy, these are the Brooks bags, right, that we sell in our shop, and they easily just basically come off. So if you're kind of running errands and things, that's what's really nice about the side rails system, is that you have these bags that can kind of easily go on and come off as you need. Okay, or if you've got the panniers that attach over top, just use the straps and run them basically through these holes, and that'll allow you to put on the hangover bags that we have, like the basil bags that we sell in the shop. And that is the rack and pannier system.